Surah 2, verse 1. Now, Surah 2 is Al-Baqarah, which in English translates to the cow. Now, Surah 2, verse 1 starts off with Alif, Lam, Mim. Alif Alif, Lam, and Mim are both letters in Arabic. Now, what is the significance of this verse if it just says Alif, Lam, Mim? Well, it has to do with the mathematical concept of 19. So here's a little mathematical magic for you. And what is the purpose of this mathematical code? Is further going to prove the authenticity of the scripture of the Quran. So Alif, the letter, appears 4,502 times in the Quran. Lam appears 3,202 times in the Quran. And Mim appears 2,195 times in the Quran. Now, if you add up these numbers, they equal 9,899. In other words, this is 19 times 521. Now, remember the number 19. So, Alif, Lam, and Mim adding up is a multiple of 19. Now, Alif, Lam, Mim opens up 29 chapters or surahs of the Quran. And in each surah that they appear, if you add up the frequencies of their occurrences, they always add up to multiples of 19 in each chapter. So what is the significance of this? This is a mathematical code which further proves the authenticity of the Quran. Now, the Quran is written in Arabic, and every single Arabic version of the Quran is exactly the same. Now, the translations into other languages starts from Arabic to the other languages, but the original basic translation is in Arabic. It was written in Arabic, and every single Quran is exactly the same. So imagine if someone tried to make a fake version of the Quran, they would never have been able to find a way to make the Alif, the Lam, and the Mim occur in multiples of 19 if you were to add them up. Now, if you look at, this is what kind of separates Islam from other religions. If you look at the Bible, which the Christians follow, there are different versions of the Bible. There's a King Alfred version, there's a King James version, there's even a Berkeley version, there's a Wessex Gospels version, a Farman version. And so it makes a difference because no two words can have the exact same meaning. So when you read all these different versions of the Bible, of course the meaning is going to be altered if all the words can't be exactly the same. Same with Judaism. Jews follow the Old Testament, and the Old Testament has different versions of it as well. There's a Septuagint version, there's a Vulgate version, and a Masoretic version.